my one wallet. I'm gonna connect to Radium with the same wallet. So I'm gonna go over here, click connect, Phantom, and we are connected. Now, this is where we select our tokens to buy and sell from. So select token, base token is gonna be Hammy. If it's not already populated here, paste the contact address. You can get that from going over here, scrolling down, copying this token address right here, pasting it, and then clicking your token. Now, if it asks you to put in the name and the symbol, totally fine. Just go back to Orion Tools or however you had it. I did Hammy and then Hammy. The same thing for both of those. Just make sure it's accurate. So once you have that, we can see right here we have a billion supply. It'll show you the amount you have in your wallet, and we're gonna click on that. And then we're gonna click on a quote token. So this is what you use to buy and sell Hammy coin. So we're gonna do Solana because that's what everybody does and that's what's necessary. Now your minimum order size and your minimum price tick size is important. I'm gonna have this link in the description below. Depending on the total supply of your token, you're going to need to have a different minimum order size and a different price tick size. The minimum order size is just the minimum amount people can buy, and the tick size is how much the price changes when a buy happens. So the lower the supply, the lower the minimum order size you wanna have, and the lower tick size you have. The higher the supply, the higher the minimum order size you have and the tick size. We have 1 billion tokens, so the sweet spot for that is 100 and then the corresponding tick size next to it. Don't ever do 100 and then higher tick size or a lower tick size. Always move to the right down the column and pick that one because that's what correlates to the tick size. So we're gonna copy 100, go back to create market and then paste that right there. And then we're gonna go over here and copy this tick size and then go over here, replace this and paste. Now we have our Hammy coin in Solana, and then when we click create market, this officially creates our market. But before we do that, sometimes the transaction fails. Don't worry, you're not going to lose any money. But to avoid that, I always uncheck this versus transaction and go to settings and do turbo. This basically gives you the best chance of all the transactions going through as fast as possible and no errors happening. Make sure everything's correct, make sure your decimals are correct, and then go over here and click on create market. A pop-up will happen. The fee for this is almost 2.8 Solana, so it all looks good. I'm gonna go over here and click on confirm. Now, do not close this tab. You'll see down here transaction 1 and transaction 2. Transaction 1 always completes. Transaction 2 sometimes is what gets stuck on pending. So you can see right here, it's still pending. Just give it some time. Transaction 2 confirmed. Now it gives you a market ID right here. You need to save this. This is so important. I'm looking at you. You need to save this. So save it on a notes tab or your Google Docs or somewhere just in case this tab closes, you don't lose it. I'm gonna copy this and put it in my notes tab. Now keep this tab open, all right? In another tab, we're gonna go to Radium and we're gonna go to liquidity. Make sure your wallet's connected. Scroll down here and click on create liquidity pool. Now this is where we paste our market ID. You paste that here, click confirm, and this is where we decide how much of our Hammy coin supply we want to add to the liquidity pool. Creating a liquidity pool sets a price for your token. So if I was to do 90% of my total supply as a liquidity pool and then 10 Solana, 900 million Hammy coins equals 10 Solana. That's the price. I have now paired those two tokens together so people can buy and sell. Okay, so before we create this liquidity pool, this is where the craziness happens because after we confirm this transaction, our token is officially launched. Now, there are some things you need to do immediately after your token is launched to make it the most successful launch possible. One being burn your liquidity pool tokens. Your liquidity pool tokens are tokens you get after you add money to the liquidity pool. So if I add 900 million Hammy coins and then 10 or 11 Solana, Radium will give me back tokens, basically a receipt for having your liquidity pool. It shows you added liquidity pool, but what we're going to do is we're going to burn those tokens, which means we cannot touch this liquidity pool. We cannot pull this 10 Solana out or this 900 million Hammy coin. Now this is completely necessary. Your token will not do well if this is not done. People who don't burn their liquidity pool tokens can do what's called a rug pull.
Dollars. And now the mark, oh! Oh, it went to zero!
Pull all the liquidity out, making the token effectively worthless and run away with everyone's money. We don't want to do that. We want to make this token look as safe as possible. And part of that is burning all of those tokens. So we can't pull that money out. So people who want to buy will see that the liquidity pool is 100% burned. After we launch our liquidity pool and get our liquidity pool tokens, we're going to go to soulincinerator.com. I'll have this linked in the description, just like all the other links. And we're going to go and connect our wallet, Phantom wallet, Dev wallet, connect. Make sure you go down here and select Pro. The Lite will not have the LP liquidity pool version. Click on Pro and you'll see it pop up right there. We have no liquidity pool tokens made, but when we do launch our liquidity pool, we'll go back here, click our token, and then burn it as fast as we possibly can. Again, we're not burning tokens. We're gonna burn LP. If we go to Deck Screener and then click on a random token, one of these trending tokens, you'll see right here the liquidity sign and the little lock next to it. this has locked liquidity. This is what people look for. And when we burn our token, we'll have this green circle right here and people will buy our token. Hopefully our chart will do something like this in the next 20 minutes or so. This part is extremely important and extremely time sensitive. I cannot stress this enough. After we launch and we burn